Hi, my name is Candice King, and we are doing Digital Footprint Diaries with Stylecaster.
Burn it.
What?
Did I say stand there and look stupid? No, I said burn it.
That was my first TikTok. Shout out to Mallory in Nashville, because she was like, you have to do this TikTok. And I was like, I don't even have TikTok. I honestly thought that was Nina's voice first when I heard it, and I had no idea it was me. And then I was in New York shortly after, and someone was like, you're the Burn It girl. And I was like, wow, what a journey. I still don't fully understand how to even do the green screen thing that like all you cool kids do. I am proud to admit that, yeah, I ask for help. I phone a friend. It was so fun. I mean, I was 19 years old and I was touring as a backup singer for Miley Cyrus, who, while she may have been 14, that was the biggest selling out tour in over a decade. Pandemonium, like just craziness. The Jonas Brothers opened up for a while. Allie and AJ opened up for a bit of that tour. And she just was a powerhouse even then. I grew up wanting to be a singer and a pop star. And I feel like I got to kind of experience that feeling vicariously, or being on that stage. I think it was like a 70-city tour or something. And it also quickly kind of showed me like, I think she's an international pop star, and I don't think that that's my calling. I don't know why I thought acting was, but you know what, that worked out.
One of those things where I was like, well, if I didn't know what it was.
This is, we were at a convention in Covington, Georgia, where we used to film the show. It was windy, and it always takes a day, I think, for everyone to get in the routine. And I'm a little bit of a safety person, so I was like, we need heaters, it's too cold, we need this, and make sure it's kind of windy, that those backdrops aren't gonna fall. And there were no sandbags on the backdrops. They had started to fall. And I don't know, I don't understand why I saw that from the corner of my eye. It's the same reason why I won't even be looking, and I'll put my hand at a corner before my daughter hits her head on there. It's just that mommy spidey sense. Is it a gift? Is it a curse? Who knows? What is it? With great power comes great responsibility. So I just did what I had to do to save Nina Dobrev.
Just not too short.
Oh no, we don't even have to cut it at all. We could just give it some style.
I think this was like my first proper TV job that I booked. I was obsessed with How I Met Your Mother. I had such a crush on Jason Segel. I was like sitting there, they kept saying like, do you want to go back to your room? I had red hair, which means I would have been maybe 18 or 19. And I was like, no, I'll just sit here. And I like brought a book to set, which a lot of actors do, and they'll like read. I just kind of used it as a prop. I just held my book, and like the whole cast was like sitting there, and I just was like, this is the coolest day of my entire life. Yeah, it was just so fun. I love that show, and I got to be part of a really big episode. It's the wedding episode. And I ruined Marshall's hair.
We went, oh God, of course. Like, how could you make any other choice?
You got all that on day.
Oh, I got all that between Belle's after
Gosh,
my
I'm a
period.
baby.
Candice is such a wonderful find, and she's such a talented actress, and she just keeps showing
okay,
us
this will
that
make
she's
me cry if I
capable.
keep watching it, so I'm not going to. I remember auditioning. I remember Julie in particular would like, for the scene, like, it's not a competition. Yes, it is. That scene, that was one of my audition scenes. And I just remember like Julie working with me on, especially like being like the drunk level, because she's supposed to be like a little tipsy, and finding that like sweet spot of believability and, not being annoyingly drunk. They called me back in after everyone left, and they were like, we're gonna let you audition one more time because you had red hive rashes all over your body. And I was like, oh yeah, that happens sometimes when I'm nervous. Thank God that they did. I was able to relieve my body of my rashy hives and give the performance of a lifetime. And my whole life changed. So, thanks Julie Plec and Kevin Williamson and Bob Levy, who was casting the show. Oh God, what was this? In 2016? What? Oh, see, this is why I never tweeted or was on the Twitter very often, because everything that you write is weird and doesn't make sense and this is why some of your inside thoughts need to stay on the inside. What is this? It says, is my baby the only one that channels Will Ferrell in Old School after he's hit with the tranquilizer dart when she's fighting nap time? God, I was having some big mommy feelings that day. Oh God, Candice. Oh, and there's another one. There's another one. Am I the only one that thinks confidently beautiful sounds like a tampon ad? On that subject, can we eradicate the tampon tax? Yeah, okay, Candice. Miss USA Real IQs. This sounds like I had a glass of wine at a hotel and I was like, because if I was watching the Miss USA pageant, it was probably, that sounds like the backdrop of that. But also, yeah, the tampon tax is dumb. And I live in Tennessee and we're one of the states with the highest tampon tax in the country. We're at 7% and it's ridiculous and boo. Let's get rid of it. Such a waste. Oh, there's another tweet. Thanks, guys. How many of oh, and there's one more after this. Okay, my favorite escape room is the one where I try to leave my house with a 2-year-old. It is. I mean, the amount of things you have to, but an element of that escape room would be how many things you have to carry. It's funny, if I'm at a gym, I look at all the weights and I'm like, 5 pound, maybe an 8 pound. And then if I'm carrying things for my kids, it's like a car seat and a whole child and 3 backpacks and, you know, so it's an escape room slash gym is what I think we should open up. Hell hath no fury like toddlers on an Easter egg hunt. That is true. It is terrifying. And I gotta say, even this last Easter egg hunt from this year's Easter, just as scary as the kids are some of these parents that are like, Johnny, you get that egg. You know, they were like pushing their kids to the front of the line. And I'm like, God, chill out. It is like the opening sequence of The Walking Dead. It is terrifying.